Hey, it's great to be with you again today. I'm on the subject of full moons today, and I'm asking you, how do you feel around the whole full moon situation? Do you notice that your life, your feelings change a bit? We can all feel a bit more intense and emotional as the moon gets towards full, and sometimes it interrupts our sleep pattern, so we don't sleep as well. I know it certainly affects me in that way. And a full moon is an excellent opportunity to release what no longer serves you and to manifest bringing new things into your life that you want. And rather than thinking along the lines of a new Range Rover Sport Edition, I'm thinking more about what kind of qualities, what sort of essences do you want to bring into your life? Like more joy, more harmony, feeling more fulfilled, and having more strength or feeling more confident. So I tend to focus on the energies of what I want to bring into my life rather than particular specific objects. So anyway, going back, so talking about releasing things you no longer need that are not serving you well and bringing in, manifesting these beautiful qualities in your life. And also, full moons are an excellent time for us to really connect in with our true nature. Well, with nature itself, but also with our true nature. Because it's a time when we're still and we can really let these, itchy nose, let these energies move through our bodies and helping us to connect to this in this really deep place with who we are on an energetic level. So I just wanted to say as well that it was the one we had recently, which was at the beginning of August, was a Sturgeon full moon. And you may or may not know that it was called that because apparently it is an excellent time of the year to be catching sturgeon in the Great Lakes. Now, I went online to have a look at what are the meanings of the Sturgeon supermoon. Well, yes, it was a supermoon, but what's the meaning of the Sturgeon moon? And there were all kinds of different ideas from different people, different thoughts about it means this or it means that. And they were different from each other, from different people. They kind of, there was no sort of common thread of what the Sturgeon moon means. So I therefore decided to just toss that out and instead trust myself with, well, what does this Sturgeon moon, supermoon, mean to me today, in terms of where am I in my life and what am I feeling about what the energy of this moon is to me personally. So I encourage you to do the same thing rather than always following on with, well, this person says it means that, or they say that. Really come in and trust your own guidance. What does it mean to you on this day in this year? Because who knows, it could be different next year, right? So anyway, I have often sought out the company of other people on full moons. I like the idea. Part of me really likes the idea of gathering with other people and there being some kind of ceremony around a full moon. But none of them have been outdoors. And I've had a calling to be outside with a full moon rather than in a building with other people. And when this full moon it was the evening of the full moon and I was home and I had this deep desire to nip down to the beach, which is only a 7-minute drive for me. And to see the full moon coming up over the Long Island Sound. In theory, I actually really see it coming just over that little thin strip of land on Long Island. But yeah, I get to see at this particular spot the sun going down behind me with the most incredible colors in the sky and the full moon rising above the ocean in front of me. It really is quite a magnificent setting. So I thought, yeah, it's where I want to be. So I prepared a great little drink for myself, a sparkling water with just a touch of elderflower cordial, and I had some snack for myself that I could munch on. And went down there and put my feet in the sand, and it was a nice warm evening. It was just glorious. It was so nice. And I realized as I was sat there, this is what I've been wanting. I've been wanting to be in full connection with the moon on the full moon, that actually realized that being around in the company of other people, yes, of course, that can be nice, but it wasn't really what I was after. I was really wanting to connect with that full moon. So yeah, I realized this is it. And this is so simple. It doesn't rely on having to pay somebody money to go to a meeting, or can you make that particular time or not? Wherever you are, you can be in relationship with that full moon or by yourself. And yes, I know I'm near a beach, but so I'm lucky from that perspective. But where do you live? You'll still see the moon in the sky, and if you're in your garden or when you're out and about, you go to a park, wherever you go, you still can absolutely see that moon and have the same experience that I'm about to speak to you about. So yeah, so on this particular night, I went along to the beach, and I saw the gorgeous colors in the sky behind me as the sun was going down. I'm an artist. I love color. I love the vibration in color. So there were lilacs, and there were oranges and warm yellows and pinks as I'm watching this beautiful sunset. And then in front of me, there was an interesting pattern that was appearing. It looked a bit like an aeroplane, but it was kind of at this angle, and I'm going to call it the aeroplane footprint because I don't know the name of it. But what the aeroplane leaves behind, where you see where it's been, whatever that is called. Anyway, maybe someone can enlighten me in the comments below. But anyway, it was moving through the sky at this kind of angle, and I was thinking, that's a bit strange, but I was watching it and more intrigued by all these little lights that were sort of moving in strange little patterns and directions, like around in that area too. And I'm thinking, what is that? What is going on over there? Anyway, I filmed it a bit, took some photos, watched it. And then that sort of line stopped completely. And then there was this like bright light that shot off in another direction. I remember I was sitting there thinking, I think that's a rocket. But had it been my first rocket, I'm sure it would have been like, oh my God, I think that's a rocket. That's amazing. But I actually saw my first rocket last year in Santa Fe very early in the morning. And yeah, that one just went straight up. And so I was quite blasé about it, really. A little bit laid back. Think that's a rocket. So anyway, watching this thing, I was thinking that's probably a rocket. And then the moon starts rising, supermoon. It was enormous. It was orange with red threaded through it. It was incredible. And I was just, so grateful to be there on that beach with my feet in the sand on that warm evening, hearing the chatter of people around me. But I felt the strongest connection to the moon. And I just opened up on every level of my being and let the moon beams wash through the whole of my body, clearing out what needed to go from every cell and between all of my cells inside of my body. I was tingling with all of the energy. It was absolutely incredible. And I was just so full of love and so full of awe and gratitude as I allowed that to happen. It was incredible. So yeah, and I really facilitated the process by breathing deeply. And just feeling the bliss, really opening up all my energetic pathways inside. And I felt like I was radiating this gorgeous energy because it was coming into me from the moon and moving out through my whole body into everybody around me and, around to people in the beach and in the town where I live. It really was an incredible moment. And so I'm calling this Moonbeam bathing. So simple. No ceremonies needed, just simply stopping, taking a few deep breaths and just admiring and soaking in the full moon when it appears. So I guess it's a bit of a nudge to you to think about, what do you do when there's a full moon personally? What do you like to do? And to take the opportunity to release things, to manifest things, and to really connect with your true nature. It was a very spiritual, energetic, sacred, amazing moment. And I decided from now on, that's exactly what I'm going to do on a full moon. I am going to take myself to the moon and see the moon. And if I can't physically go down to the beach, if I'm somewhere else, then I will just see it in the sky wherever I am and just do the same thing, really allowing that energy. And it was about giving permission. It was about allowing it to happen by just simply opening up. It was a wonderful experience. And maybe that's inspiring you to go and do something similar. So yeah, anyway, that's it. Full moon bathing. That's my little tip for you today. And we have another one coming up, another full moon coming up in a week or so. Maybe you want to start thinking about, what shall I do when there's that next full moon? Maybe it will get you thinking. Or maybe you're really happy being in community with a bunch of other people during a full moon. Do whatever you like, throwing some suggestions to you. to see if any of it resonates. And if you enjoyed this video, then please like it, and it helps other people to be able to see it. And also, please subscribe to the channel so that you get to see all of the new posts, all of my new videos when they are released. And as always, it's been an absolute pleasure spending some time with you, and we will meet again soon. Take care. Bye.